So, as one of his former players, as well as his daughter, I've heard my dad say countless times that the foundation of his program is about getting better every day, being great teammates, and having fun. From year to year, the goals that go along with getting better every day change, but at the end of the day, or season, success is defined by asking, did we get better? Were we great teammates? Did we have fun? Win or lose, if the answer to those questions is yes, it's a success. This truly is the foundation of his program, and he leads by example as he lives this out, on and off the court, every day. Getting better every day. Growing up, I saw firsthand how my dad worked to get better and grow every day in all aspects of life. As a coach, as a teacher, in his faith, and in his relationships with his family and friends. As I've gotten older, I've realized the amount of work and energy he puts into everything he does, even more so than I did when I was in high school. And this is one of the many things about my dad that I admire. As a teacher myself, I now know the amount of time and energy and work that goes into just that aspect of life. And I truly don't know how he's able to excel as a teacher and a coach and still make time for anything else. Being great teammates. My dad treats others the way he wants to be treated. And anyone who knows him knows how blessed they are to have him on their team. Why God picked me not only to be his daughter, but one of his players and students as well, I'll never know. But I'm so grateful to have learned from him in all of those areas and to have him on my team for life. He inspires his players to be good teammates on and off the court. This past winter, when my dad's mom passed away, his team, not just a few players, but his entire team, took it upon themselves to carpool and make the drive up to Frazee for her visitation. If that's not an example of being a good teammate in life, and that the values he instills in his players extend far beyond the court, I don't know what is. Having fun. While my dad gets some flack at times for lack of smiling during games, he truly loves coaching. I've heard him say more than once that his favorite part of his day at work is in the gym, coaching his team. Now, there's no doubt in my mind that the girls on this year's team walked away from the season saying, wow, that was fun. But as one of his players on a team that never made it beyond the subsection final game, I still walked away every year saying, wow, that was fun. Always looking forward to the next opportunity to be in the gym with my dad. Lastly, one of the other quotes I've heard him say numerous times as my dad, as well as my coach, is leave a place better than you found it. My dad is certainly doing that with the Soxon and Girls basketball program. Every player and coach who has been a part of his program is a better teammate, leader, and person because of the impact he has had on their life. It's my pleasure to introduce my dad, Scott Bergman.
One of my goals this morning is to keep my emotions in check, and there's a couple things going against me. First of all, my fellow inductees didn't. And then, that introduction by Greta, that's, thanks Greta, appreciate it, she gets me. Congratulations to my fellow inductees. Never met Lisa before this morning, but man, to win a state championship as both a player and a coach, that's special. Got to know Dave a little bit the last year with his involvement in our association, and just admire the work that you do with Miss Minnesota Basketball Committee. I have had the pleasure of getting to know Dave Smart a little bit, and my first memory of Ada Boric basketball was about a dozen years ago, and Greta and I and Rox went down to the state tournament. My favorite day of the state tournament back then was that Friday, semifinal Friday. 2 Class A games in the afternoon and 2 AA games at night, and we're sitting, I can't even remember where the location was, but we were sitting, I was going through the program trying to get to know the teams a little bit, and Rox said, we're rooting for Ada Boric today. I said, okay, that's fine. Why do you say that? And she said, man, they got a great band. And they do. That band is awesome. And then the game started, and I watched his team play, and they were so fundamentally sound. They played defense. They just played the game the right way. So from that moment on, became an Ada Borg fan. A huge thank you to the Hall of Fame Selection Committee, Aaron Herman, Mark Cook, Liz Carpentier, Carl Pearson, Craig Walker, Pat Barrett, and a special thanks to Rick Utek. Our Minnesota Girls Basketball Coaches Association is a fantastic organization. I got hooked on it even before I coached a game, attended the fall clinic, and what I came away from was coaches wanting to help coaches. And I've had the pleasure of being able to contribute a bit with being a section rep and then also being a co-director of the fall clinic with Bill Gottenberg. Being the Sauk Center Girls Basketball Coach is the best coaching job that there is. I tell you what, we've got a tremendous community support. Our gym is full. It doesn't matter where we play, they come. Whether it's, especially at that end of the year, whether it's at St. John's or St. Cloud State, or whether it's Williams Arena or Target Center, they're wearing their maroon and they're loud. Sauk Center has supportive parents, which that's not always the case, as we hear in the news a lot, and so much appreciate them. My players, man, they work hard. They're great role models. I mean, if I brought Mason or Kelsey or Kenzie down to the elementary, those elementary girls just flock to them. They're just great role models. They represent the school and the community in such a positive manner. And here's the thing that we try to get them to do is they play for each other. They don't play for themselves. They play for each other. Every year, you know, we've been fortunate to have some success recently. And every year when the local media asks, you know, hey, how many games are you going to win this year? Are you going to get back to the state tournament? You know, we talk about, you know, we say we don't even go there. You know, that's not something that we're talking about on a daily basis. And Greta, we should have connected a little bit on what we were going to say because she took a little bit of my thunder, but that's okay. This is what we talk about every day. These are our goals. We don't talk about how many games are we going to win this year. What are we going to win the conference? Are we going to get back to the state tournament? We talk about let's get better every single day. We can't take a day off. We got to get better every single day. We're going to be great teammates. We're going to celebrate successes. We're going to pick each other up when we fail. We're going to be great teammates, and we're going to have fun. And man, I tell you what, we've been blessed with, you know, mental toughness is something that we talk a lot about, and we've been fortunate enough to be mentally tough. You know, the other thing about my players, their names don't change. You know, if you've been following basketball, Sauk Center basketball, the names don't change. And about 8 years ago, we played Minnehaha Academy in the semifinals of the state tournament, and about 4 years later, we played them again. And Josh Thoreau's comment was, your roster hasn't changed, the names are exactly the same. Gruber, Weller, Greenwald, Peschel. By the way, Patty, thanks for having $3. Gamrod, Klophocky, Weir, Thiessen, Middendorf. The names just don't change, and I think that's a Stearns County thing or something, but you know, the other thing that makes being a Sauk Center girls basketball coach fantastic is I've got tremendous coaches, just up and down, great youth coaches, all the way up to my current staff, and they're all here. My assistant coach, Kent Gustafson, you know, he challenges me every day, not only be a better coach, but a better person. My new C-Squad coach, Emily Reller, with her addition, made our Melrose games more interesting this year. Emily's husband is their head coach. And I learned that she's got a good sense of humor because the day before we played Melrose this year, she wore purple. You know, just as a reminder of who we played the next day. We didn't need that reminder, but, you know, thanks. Don Peschel. We've been coaching together for 20 years. You know, I was his assistant for 10 years when he was a very successful boys coach, and now he's been my assistant for 10 years, and probably 550 games approximately we've been on that same bench. And I can't tell you the number of times that we've said the exact same thing at the exact same time, whether it's in a game or whether it's in practice. There's no question. I'm not up here about you. Hey, it's been a good year. 33-0, state championship, and now this. But there's been a couple things that have happened this year that kind of put things in perspective. In January, my brother-in-law, Rox's brother Rick, passed away from a long battle with cancer. And then a week before Christmas, as Greta mentioned, my mom passed away. And, you know, I leaned on a couple things. And I really needed these two things to get through that time. And you know, those two things were faith and family. You know, I could not have made it through without both of them. Because of my faith and the faith that my mom and Rick had, I know where they're at right now, and I know I'm going to see them again someday. And that was very comforting. And then without the support of my family, it would have been very, very difficult. My sister Joni, brother-in-law Jerry, and my nephew Nathan. My dad, been very supportive in everything I do. You know, I think this great game of basketball has helped him through this winter. He's been in the gym a lot, watching my nephew Brady play for the Northwestern St. Paul College team, and then he's watched us an awful lot, especially during our playoff run. My daughter Greta, third-generation math teacher. My dad was a math teacher. I'm a math teacher, and now her, and I'm just so proud of the difference that she's making in Royalton. And then my wife Rox. You know, David said it's not easy to be a coach's spouse. You know, the time commitment is staggering at times. The mood swings. They're always thinking basketball. I mean, you know, there's some days where she's talking to me and I'm not listening. I've got my mind is elsewhere, and you know, the people of Sauk Center have heard me say this before, but you know, there comes a time in mid-February where I'm just thinking basketball, and her line is, "You just take care of your girls, and I got the rest." And I so appreciate that. I wish I had the words to say how much I appreciate you, but thank you for everything. I love you. This has been a fun morning, but the best part of the day is yet to come. Hey, it's all about the girls, and we get to watch a couple basketball games this afternoon, and I'm so looking forward to it. It's getting real close to game time, so thank you very much.